Protoss player in Heart of the Swarm, though he has started to play random, so he's dropped down to more like mid Masters. But wait, now we see Exo's Coldflame. Now under Mama's Lasagna is actually Methling. So let's start off with the introductions on Newkirk City. In the blue, spawning in the left side of the map, of this 2-player map, his name is Exo's Coldflame. And in the right side of the map, we have our red Zerg player. His name is Mama's Lasagna, aka Methling. Just chilling out, hanging out. We got the Overlord going across. As always, nothing's changed about that. Coldflame, though, in Wings of Liberty was never a big fan of going for heavy Forge play, as in starting off with the Forge first expansion over here. He preferred to go for these gateway wall-ins, and that's what he's going to continue to do in Heart of Swarm. Lost one probe to suck. Lost, lol. Don't know how people have been killing people with 20 drones with one Reaper, with Reapers, but apparently Zerg be having trouble with the Reaper now. Protoss not so much. The drone being sent off at 15 hatch, very solid build. Instead, going for that expansion, kind of interesting. Okay, instead going for the scout off, the expansion is coming down from the second drone, right at 300, as you see, getting there just in time. We do see this drone and this probe cross each other like ships in the night. They're actually scouting. They have really interesting pathing in this game. They kind of shoot up a little bit higher, even though I believe the more efficient pattern would be through here, but you never know. Never know. It's what Blizzard has designed. Anyways, we do see a second pylon gateway going up. Gas has been taken by Coldflame. As we look at the production tab, let's actually jump over to the spawning pool. Spawning pool on the way for Methling. Methling just getting his drones, getting everything up. We can actually hover over the hatch right now. We can actually see how many workers are on each hatch. He only needs 18 total out of the 24. It says the 24 total is actually doesn't count the guys that go into gas. So you actually only need 18 for the number of minerals here, and then 6 for gas to be fully saturated. But let's check out what you all are saying in chat, maybe see if there's any discussion. Preston, you are here. What's up, my brother? Preston, love having you. We do see actually an extractor taking the gas. We do have some lag there. Lag. There has been some lag on the server recently for Heart of the Swarm as of late. It's been an issue. We do see the full wall off having been done by Coldflame. Coldflame feeling confident to go send that Zealot over and start working on that extractor. He's going to actually put the Nexus down a little bit now. Now he's got the Stalker out to scout out some things. A little bit unstandard. I think you'll see most players going for the Forge expand. But getting this faster cyber core does allow a very important unit, as we see Coldflame now getting it right now. It's the Mothership Core. Mothership Core, sometimes a little bit overestimated in its ability, as we see the second gas going down, to defend a Protoss from early harassment, because the Nexus only has so much range as the giant photon cannon. But Mothership Core provides a lot of unique spells, such as now having Time Warp, which is new as of the newest patch. As we look at this, Time Warp, let's read this off real quickly. Time Warp warps space-time within the target area for 30 seconds. Enemy ground units that enter the field have their movement speed reduced by 50%. Kind of a big deal, as we see some soccer pokage and aggression here coming out of Coldflame. We do see a Zealot now catching up, so he can do actually a little bit more damage, but these queens should be able to hold that kind of pressure off. We do see queens here, queen here, and one queen to spread creep, and we do see the Lynx going to go look for the watchtower. Coldflame, being an intelligent player he is making sure that the Zerg did not take a quick and easy third base, which you cannot do if a Protoss opens this way. But at the same time, not having that third, not having the quicker Nexus allows it evens it out basically. And as you see, the Mothership Core does have a pretty nice attack, but it doesn't actually do a ton of damage. It only does 8 damage per shot, so it takes about
doing math wrong here, but it takes a few more hits than one to kill a Zerglin for sure. But we do see the oracles coming out first. A good idea here from Coldflame, and also sending some zealots across. Also going to be some nice harassment coming out of Coldflame. Now keep in mind, oracles, mothership core, same kind of thing, where they can only attack ground units, but they can also attack structures, that sort of thing. Oracles though do a ton of damage super fast. They do 25 damage per second, I believe. Once we get the oracle out, we'll be able to double check that. But we do see dual Stargate here coming out of Exo's Coldflame as he sees his first oracle on the way. We do see charges the oracle pulsar beam, allows it to attack enemy ground units, and that is actually, yes, 25 damage versus light per 0.8 seconds, 0.86 seconds. So tears through drones and workers very fast, as we see the oracle easily pushed away by the combination of one spore crawler and one queen. Not too bad, but the big thing will be whether or not Exo's Coldflame goes for Void Rays. Void Rays have been considered a very overpowered and far too strong unit for Protoss in this game, as their ability to just have an insta charge on their attack is a super strong ability and can hit super hard. We do see Coldflame now taking his third, keeping right in touch with Mama's Lasagna, aka Methling. Not something you want to see as a Zerg player, but already getting the Locust ability. We're already seeing Layer Up, we're already seeing 1-1 on the way, we're seeing Roach Warren on the way, Roach's Speed now is on the way, we do see the Creep colonies are on the way. So we are seeing a lot of teching here from Methling, and Methling is showing that he does know how to play Heart of the Swarm with the new units. And we do see one Zealot dying. The Zealots actually have a cooler death animation now, my personal opinion. And we do see a photon cannon wall, and Oracle's still hanging out, still flying around. We have 10 drones on the way. If we actually tap over to the unit stat, we see 43 drones to 50 probes. So Methling having to sacrifice some drones in order to get some roaches out, and now you are seeing that 15 damage per second. And it's actually a total of 30 because you have 2 of them out. Let's actually see it. They do pull off of the pulsar beam, but it's 25 energy and cool down for 4 seconds. So kind of a bit of an energy drain, super fast, but not too bad. They don't get to sustain that energy forever either. Unfortunately, the one thing I do not like about Locusts is that Locusts are immediately spawned the instant off Swarm Host burrows. So really, for Zerg, you want to keep these unburrowed until you know where the Protoss is, or your opponent is, basically. That way you can use them as quickly as possible. And look how fast this Queen dies here, but also the energy, the health just gets ripped through of that Oracle. Another Queen coming in, 2 more Queens coming in. The Oracles are going to have to get out. Oracles not having a lot of health right now. And we are seeing a small army be built up here by Coldflame. Coldflame now going into Dark Shrine and his second orbital. No, Oracles. No, 2 more Oracles, sorry. Now, here's the thing I would like to see out of Coldflame. He does have this third, and in a way, it's in such a position that if he can hold this third, realistically speaking, taking here and here would be no problem once he takes here. Because these 2 are covered by this expansion, so really just having the Mothership Core, which is moving forward now to kind of poke at these Swarm Hosts, which this is the reason for going air of Protoss, is that you can fight the Swarm Host and not have to worry about the Locust killing your units. Reason why many Zerg players follow that up with having Hydras, as we now see this. Oracles use their Envision ability, which lasts actually a really long time. It lasts for 30 seconds, and now you see both the Envision ability applied with the Prismatic Alignment ability of the Void Rays, which allows for instant charge on those Void Rays, just doing a ton of damage to these Swarm Hosts and quickly taking them out. But as you can see, Locust survived for quite a long time when you have that Locust upgrade. Unfortunately, we did not catch the name of that, but 13 Hydras now on the way on the back of 63 drones to 68. Kind of a low econ game for the Zerg here, unfortunately for him.
And we are seeing, like I said, I want to see Coldflame take these 2 bases, especially this base now, and then take this base, and then he can easily take this base later. But Methling also, he needs to be double, triple. I think he needs to double expand to these 2 bases, maybe even triple expand, take this one, and then he needs to pull guys off this base. That way the minerals can stay up, like, because they're already super low. So he needs to pull guys off of this mineral patch, send them to this mineral patch. That way he has these minerals for late game situations when it gets there, as it looks like it's going to head. We do see Hydra Swarm Host being pushed out, and this is probably going to be the most fearsome composition for Protoss. As you can see, just the sieging ability of these Swarm Hosts is so far away, and we do see Hydras now with their range upgrade shooting for a total of 6 range. They do move the same movement speed as Roaches once they get their movement speed buff, so +1 armor already on these Hydras, and with the combination of Locust Hydra, these Hydras, as long as they're micro correctly, should be able to focus on air. Instead they're focusing on the Zealots, which is exactly what Coldflame wanted, and now they're being just ripped through by the Oracle Void Ray composition, and Methling is forced to call GG. So we see Coldflame go up 1-0 in this best of 7.